Huion H610 Pro graphic drawing tablet with carrying bag and glove. Large compact drawing surface 10 by 6.25 inches. Never feel restricted by space again. Improved papery textured surfacec gives you a natural and realistic feeling of drawing on a lightly grained paperc. Prevents your pen from slipping around without compromising your artistic ability. 8 customizable buttons on the side and 16 hotkeys along the top for erasingc, zooming in and out, scrollingc, and a lot more for conveniencec, which can be mapped to your own preference. Can be used for both left and right-handeds. The rechargeable pen is light and comfortable to hold with 2048 levels of pressure sensitivity and 2 programmable buttons. The pen provides precise control of your cursor, so you can draw accurately and efficiently. Thin and lightweight, easy to carry around. Comes with a black glove which reduces hand versus tablet friction and a carrying bag that guards your Huion tablet from scratches and scrapes. Compatible with Windows XP/7/8/8.1/10 and Mac OS X 10.8.0/later versions. 1-year warranty. Size. H610 Pro features smart sensitive performer, varying the pressure of the pen against the tablet. Can create variations in line width and opacity which makes you feel as if you are drawing with a real pen on paper. With 2048 levels of pen pressure sensitivity, Huion H610 Pro gives strokes of what you demand. Accurate recognition with 50/80 lines per inch resolution and 233 revolutions per second reporting erratic. Every point on the tablet is mapped to an exact location on the computer screen. You can move around the screen with much less hand movement than with a traditional mouse. The improved responsiveness of the tablet results in faster recognition of pen input and a more fluent drawing experience. Rechargeable stylus. The H610 Pro comes with a Huion P80 rechargeable pen which is lighter than the Huion P68 pen, which needs a AAA battery to operate. The best part of a rechargeable pen is you don't need to charge it constantly because it lasts 800 hours after every 2H's charging. Time savers to speed up your workflow. 8 physical express keys on the left and 16 hot cells on the top of the tablet are all customizable, which provides you a plethora of ways to tailor your software experience and raise your work efficiency. Ultra thin and large drawing area at a centimeter deep. Huion H610 Pro graphics tablet has a 10x 6.25 inch workspace for you to show your talent on, which is the right size. That does everything but get in your way. What's in the box? 1. Huion H610 Pro 2. Rechargeable pen. 3. Pen holder. 4 pen nibs, and 1 removal tool included. 4. USB cable for the tablet. 5. USB charging cable for the rechargeable pen. 6. User manual. 7. Graphics tablet carrying bag. 8. Huion Artist's black glove Brit. My initial reaction: I love it. It was easy to set up, and it's a real joy to use. Drawing is effortless and the pressure levels allow me to get really light thin lines and press harder for dark thicker strokes. It feels pretty natural to draw with it. I can draw very light gesture drawings and start to press a bit harder to clean up the lines as the sketch comes into focus, like you might do with a pencil. How I selected this tablet. First, some quick background. I'm a professional graphic designer. As an artist, I do pen and ink drawings and paintings, mostly for my own enjoyment, but I do intend to get more into commercial illustration as well. My requirements were for a mid to pro level graphics tablet. I wanted a bigger drawing surface and good pressure levels. I didn't care about touch capability or a bunch of preset keys. I prefer simplicity and I'd never bother programming all of them anyway, but I've owned a few of the entry-level Wacom tablets over the years. I've mostly used those Wacom tablets with Adobe Photoshop and Corel Painter, then made by Fractal Design. So it's been a while since I've used a graphics tablet and I didn't really keep up on the technology. I was very close to getting the Wacom inchesc Pro Medium this time, and I have no doubt I'd like it, but the price tag stung a good bit. I read a lot of reviews and watched a ton of YouTube demos of the various offerings from Huion, paperc, Huion, Turcom, brands I'd never heard of before, which just left me thoroughly confused as to the differences between them, so I kept thinking just get the Wacom. I suspect a lot of people go through a similar decision process when trying to choose between inexpensive tablets and the Wacom models. I needed something good and reliable. This gets further confusing because it seems like some of these brands share the same internal technology anyway, and all the reviews are pretty mixed, brittle, right? I weighed a lot of pros and cons from a lot of reviewers and finally settled on Huion. My thinking was that most paperc, if they had problems, it seemed to be some kind of driver conflict or problem with installation. I've dealt with that many times for peripherals, and I'm pretty computer savvy, so I wasn't very worried by that. Worst case, I could always return etc, and most people speak well of their experience with Huion support. Plus I watched a very long demo of an artist drawing with it, and I liked what I saw. Nearest I can tell, the Wacom inchesc Pro Medium model I looked at just has one or two features up on the Huion H610 Pro, one being the ability to detect stylus tilt, so you can draw with the edge as well as the tip, a cool feature for surfacec, but that can be achieved other ways, like by using a chisel tip brush or stylus pressure. Not a deal breaker considering the vast difference in price. Please feel free to comment and add to that comparison to further help others looking at the two models. Brand now my initial experience unboxing, setting up, and using the Huion H610 Pro. Brit unboxing. My first impression of the packaging is it's actually pretty stylish, not that it much matters. And well packed. The tablet itself is pretty big, a good sized drawing surface area. It's pretty solid and a thin profile. The buttons are also pretty solid. Nothing feels cheap or creaky. The stylus is light and feels good in the hand. There's two programmable buttons on the stylus. At the moment I have one set to right mouse click for contextual menu and the other for undo last action. Command Z on Mac. The buttons on the tablet are for common functions like undock, switch to erasingc, switch to brush, zoom in / out, and a few others. I haven't used them much, but they do come in handy being right there. Brit installation / setup. I have a mid 2012 Apple MacBook Pro running OS XL Capitan 10.11.2, the latest at the time of this review. I don't really use any other peripherals. Just basic Logitech mouse. They say it's good to disable any peripheral drivers that may interfere during installation, but I didn't having anything like that. Brit, I've pretty much learned to ignore any driver software disk included with computer peripherals these days. They usually get outdated while sitting on a store shelf, and instead just go to the support section of the manufacturer's website for the latest drivers. So I went to https://www.huiontablet.com/support/ and found the latest driver and manual for my model and downloaded them. Installation went fine. I found I didn't really need to tweak any of the default settings. The default sensitivity setting was fine for Mac, but I appreciate being able to adjust it. Brit, using the Huion H610 Pro. There's lots of great free / inexpensive art software out there these days. Here's some recommendations. Both Artrage and Mischief are great for drawing and natural media. I like Artrage because of how it mimics real-world painting techniques, similar to Corel Painter. But Mischief's minimalist interface stays out of your way and is great for sketching endless ideas. Some people have good luck with Critic, which looks promising, and may work real well on Linux and Windows, but was way too jittery on my Mac. I'm sure that'll improve over time thalk, and I'll revisit it. Naturalic Autodesk Sketchbook and Coral Painter are always nice to have. If you want even more professional features I've used the Huion H610 Pro with all of the software listed above. As mentioned Critter didn't work well, but it wasn't the tablet's fault. Critter's just a bit buggy yet on the Mac. I believe Critter is fine on Windows though. The rest of the software works terrific. No complaints at all. Drawing in Outrageous Mischief Sketchbook and Photoshop is a joy. Of course photo editing in Photoshop also works great, but at first I was being really careful using the tablet, thinking maybe it was fragile or something, not sure why, but once I warmed up to it and started forgetting I was drawing digitalic, I really started sketching like I would on paper and got into it. I was most impressed at how responsive the stylus is. I can draw really light and just press a slight bit harder and get these wonderful variable width lines. Ultimately I highly recommend this tablet. It's a really great value.